Welcome to the show, Diane Latiker. Well, welcome back, should I say, because you are a returnee to the show. You've been with us a couple of times before. You are the founder of the award-winning and internationally recognized non-profit organization Kids Off the Block, which provides recreational activities and educational opportunities for young people in Chicago. Kids Off the Block started in 2003 for you as you were concerned with your daughter getting caught up in gang activities, and you turned your home into basically a community center for the children of the neighborhood. And obviously word spread and it's grown from there for you. There's loads to talk about with you, Diane, about what you're up to with Kids Off the Block and what else you've been doing. Thank you so much for rejoining us and coming back to us. Please tell us more.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you. Great introduction. Thank you. I am so excited to be here. It's amazing coming back because so much has happened since then. I'm sure you all know the world is happening right now. And so since the pandemic, lots of things have happened. Kids Off the Block had to pivot during the COVID invasion. And so we started serving food to the families of the youth that we serve because we couldn't have the kids in my home at that time because the governor shut down the state. So we decided we would take them food. That launched into other people hearing about it. And we wound up serving over 600 meals a day across Chicago.
Wow.
To shelters and churches and street, homeless people. It just blew up into something. It was so much need. People were hungry. People were dismayed. People were depressed. And so we did our part. We were traveling over 300 miles a day to get food to people. That's including our young people because they weren't going to the school to get food. And so since then, since COVID has, I don't say it's gone. I say it eased up a little. We have resumed programming. We've been doing leadership training, community organizing training. We've continued with our summer basketball league, which gives hundreds of young people from across Chicago a place to go during the summer. We've had our back to school events. We've done 2 more of our feeder team with Skyler was our guest star.
Yeah.
It was it's been amazing. The journey, we just celebrated 20 years, by the way, in July.
Wow.
So it's been an amazing journey. I'm still not tired of helping people because that's what gives me energy in life and keeps me going. And so I'm just ready for the next phase because whatever God say, man, that's the way I look at it.
That's right. That's right. Now, tell me, how's the movie coming?
It's not coming. They've been striking. And so the writers had to strike first. So now SAG is striking. So I talked to the producer maybe a week ago, and he was like, we just have to wait because we were in the process of meeting with, we met with Juvie, Viola Davis's production company. We met with President Barack Obama, Mrs. and Mr. Obama. We met with their production company. We met with Michael B. Jordan's company and a couple of more, and they were showing interest. But then the strike happened. And so we're just waiting. Whenever God say, it's ready, amen. That's where I look at it. To keep going. Keep hoping.
That's right.
Keep hope alive, as you say.
How are the kids doing with their music?
We have not been able to do music except for, we had the 24-hour Peace Jam. We do that every 2 years.
Okay.
And we stay outside 24 hours. We have events going on. We feed everybody from dinner, breakfast, all that. And we had a dance instructor come in. I don't know if you're familiar with Jerusalem. It was a worldwide phenomenon a couple years ago. And I found out about it. And they started over in Africa, South Africa, where they would do this dance. And the Africans would be singing Save My Land.
Oh.
And they created this dance. So we had 60 young people for the summer, right? Besides the basketball, we had 60 young people participating in. They were getting music training. They would get taught to work the cameras, the back behind the scenes, because they don't know those opportunities exist.
That's right.
So we had a trainer to come in and train them for the summer. In the meantime, we had a dance instructor to teach them Jerusalem. And when I tell you, it was the most amazing thing to see 60, and you know we're 80% male, so it was mostly male.
Oh, wow.
They were screaming, Skyler, we don't want to do that. We don't dance like that. That's what they was talking in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
I tell you they got together, it was so beautiful. And so that's about as much music as we've had. We did have the training, though, the 6-week training for them to work with music video production and to work cameras, them big giant cameras.
Okay.
So, but as far as that, we haven't done anything because, you know, I don't know if you do know, we don't have any space right now. So we're outside in a tent.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
So we're using a lot across the street to do our programming. And then when it gets cold, like it's doing now, we'll come back into my house. But as you can imagine, it's packed in here.
Yeah, but there was some building you was talking about getting, or next door or something.
We got it. We got the building. The problem is that they're getting ready to build the red line, which is going to come through here. It's going to be actually on the corner. That's the CTA trains.
Okay.
They're going to come from downtown and they're going to go all the way past us. So they got to stop right here on the corner of our block that they're going to build.
Yeah.
So we're all going to have to get out of here. So we can't open the center right there.
You're going to have to move from your home?
Everybody.
Wow.
Everybody have to
Oh,
move
no.
here.
And do you got an idea where you're going to go?
Well, yeah, we had another agency that actually is going to work with us a couple of blocks down. They're going to open up a building. They're rehabbing it now. And I'm going to invite you to the grand opening. I sure hope you can make it. And we're going to go there for our programming on just a couple of blocks on 120th. You know, we're on 116th.
Okay.
And so we're going to go there. But personally, we have no idea yet
Oh, wow.
where we're going to go.
Do you get, or can you get sponsorship or some kind of backing, monetary backing from other organizations and maybe companies in the area in Chicago? Is that something you have, or that you're aiming to get to actually help you out?
We have.
Right.
We have gotten it over the years through different small foundations, not other nonprofits. That's how we've really been able to do, like we do something big like the 24-hour Peace Jam. But our biggest donors are individuals.
Right.
They might send $25, $100, but that continually coming with a good number of people, it keeps us moving. So we are seeking, though. We just got a partnership with the University of Chicago, which is huge for an organization my size.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a big project. We're going to go into some of the schools, the elementary schools, and help kids with mentoring and trauma. Because so many of our children in school can't learn because of the violence and the stress that their families are feeling. They need help. And so we partner with the University of Chicago to do that. And so that will give us some big funding.
Yeah, that's great. Is this something you see or can see going into other areas other than Chicago, maybe moving Kids Off the Block as an entity into other parts of the states? Is that something you'd look at trying to do, given the backing?
Yes, that's that's been my dream 20 years ago. When I realized I had people, I would go to different states and speak.
Right.
I would have people coming, please, can you bring that here?
Yeah.
And over the years, and I still get these calls. I've gotten them from almost every state in this country. Could you please? And New York has really called me like 10 times. Different people from New York, from Alabama, from St. Louis, from, we've taken young people to like 26 cities already in the country. And so many calls, time to can you just come here and just start it? And we'll run it, Yeah. And that's been a dream. I've been wanting to do that. We just didn't have the resources to do it, though.
Yeah. I mean, look at all the things you could have: art and music and
yes,
culinary, and that would be amazing, because a lot of these kids they really don't know what they want to do when they get out of school. But if you throw some things in front of them, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, that they'll find something they love, and then they'll stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the whole premise. So, like, find something you love and then figure out how to make a living at it, right?
I found out that that's the key to all of us, Skyler.
Yeah.
It's when we can work all day. We can work all because we have to make a living.
Yeah.
But when you find something that you truly love to do,
yeah,
it becomes more than a paycheck. It becomes more than that. You're going to do it regardless, whether you get paid or not. And I know because we did this for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's a vocation rather than anything you have to do. It's a vocational.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love that. I love for a child, no matter what you want to do, let's go find you a mentor at it. Right?
That's right. That's right.
Properly teach you how to get to the next level at it,
That's right.
I don't care if you want to be a fireman, whatever, right?
Whatever.
But you got to find out what you want to do.
Let's provide those opportunities though, because a lot of the young people, the opportunities are not here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Especially for Black and brown kids.
Yeah.
In my community, I wanted to build a trade school because the boys, when I was growing up and I was a teenager, the fathers and the uncles were teaching them how to build houses.
Right.
So they always had that. They were teaching them how to be plumbers and electricians and, so they always had that skill so they could always find something to do.
Yeah. And if you look at it, there's when you go to school, they actually send you to school to work for somebody else. They don't send you to school to work for yourself.
To build a business. Yeah.
For something you want to do, right?
Exactly.
And that's what we got to start teaching these kids. Like I've been playing music for 57 years.
Wow.
But my mom was a singer and my grandmother was a singer and my aunt were singers, right? But I found something that I love to do, and that's go out and entertain, right? And it's probably a lot of those kids would love to do that, and they're probably really good at it, but still you got to have mentoring, you know what I mean, at it. And that's where I want to come. It's, I love going to do speaking engagements with the kids because I can help them with that.
That's right. And then you got to make sure that they have the opportunity, that somebody will give them the opportunity to further that dream or that goal. Because what I've learned in 20 years is that I can tell them all day that they shouldn't dwell on this or they should follow that, but that those doors have got to be open once you put that in their head that they can do that.
That's right. That's right.
The opportunities have to be there.
Yeah, well, you can't make any money on streaming, that's for sure. So, it's going back to old school. You have to go and perform and get in front of people.
That's right. That's right.
And that's the coolest thing when you get accepted, for something that you create. And like I tell these kids all the time, stop playing top 40. Stop playing somebody else's music. Let me help you to find out who's inside of you. You know what I mean? And that way I could teach them how to write their own lyrical content, but, this is music for global change. So it can't be no cussing.
That's right.
This is
they can't be here and do that. We did have our music studio. They know the rules.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
None of that. Tom?
Well, I just want to know, just for the people out there, how you interact with, or can they interact with you on social media? Are you available? There's something that you can show what you do with kids on the off the block, is it?
Oh yeah, they can go to www.kidsofftheblock.us. They can go to www.kobusa.org. They can go to Facebook. They can go to Twitter. They can go to Instagram.
You're on them all.
We're all over the place.
That's fine. What I'll do then, Diane, is I'll get those links together and put them in the bottom of this video for people as well, so they can, when they're watching this, they can just click off and see what you're up to.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. I really appreciate what you guys do. I want you to know that. I talk about you when I be in some of my meetings about how we're trying to make music where it talks about peace and positivity, and so I use you guys as an example because you started something. You didn't sit back and say, I want to do it. You did it.
Yeah,
we did it.
And so I definitely want the young people to pay attention to that because they might want to do that.
Yeah.
You inspire others. So thank you for this opportunity.
Pleasure.
Love you,
Diane.
Okay.
Great to see you again.
Bye-bye.
Take care now.
Music can save the world. If we
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.